It's another wonderful Tuesday. Every Tuesday we sit on this couch with my friend, my wife, my partner in Christ, and my partner in
Christ.
In crime. And we sit here to discuss this thing called
marriage.
We believe that marriage is good.
Marriage works.
If only
you work.
And tonight we are here to help you
work your own.
Yes, so marriage is something that has work to be done. There's no magic about marriage. There's no myth about marriage. Marriage is hard work. So anytime you want your marriage to work or you want to have a blissful marriage, there are things to handle. And this being February, our month of love, then we are going to discuss some of the things that make marriage very, very interesting.
We are still on the topic of love, a topic that many a times people think they know, a topic that many a times people think they are conversant with, or a topic that many a times people know, I know love. What is love? Love is a feeling. Love is what I feel for a man. Love is what I feel for a woman. But intently, love is deep. Love is broad. Love is wide. So this evening's topic is
the language of love. There are up to 10 languages of love, but probably we'll handle half of it. Mm-hmm. The language of love. Love has a language. For men, is one language that men understand is love, is when you, I want to put the right word, when you appreciate them. Okay, for lack of a better way, men love their ego pampered. Men love their ego pampered. A man feel you love them when you can pamper their ego. Lack of a better word is appreciate them. Oh, today you look nice. You did well. I like the way you talked there. You came out strongly. Men feel love when they appreciate it. When they appreciate it. Any man, if he's married, he comes home, he finds his food ready, his hands are being washed with warm water. There's a tap just near the corner, near the washroom or near whatever. It's very close, or near at the kitchen. But you bring him hot water. It's a sign when you appreciate that man consciously. You tell him what he wants to hear. That one shows that you love that man. Men feel that they are loved. Men feel, wow, this woman loves me. Are you getting my point? When a man feels, when you tell man the truth, I like the way you just pay the bills. You take care of me. I like the way you defend me. You talk about you're ambitious. I like the way you're passionate. I like the way you are outgoing. Men interpret that one as love. This girl, for her to notice this, she's falling for me because she can notice some things about me.
We are talking about married, eh?
Yes. No, as in, you can fall for your wife. Yeah. Because there are people already who are out of love. So what can happen is, even at home, some men stop providing or they go slow on taking care of the family because they don't feel appreciated. They don't feel honored. They don't feel appreciated. Men love feeling appreciated. Just we understand that as a love language. For example, there are women who believe it's my husband's responsibility to do what? To take care of us. Which is true. Very true. But that moment he has done it, he needs to be appreciated. He has done something for a man to feel love. Look, you appreciate your time. You have hit the knot. My husband, the way you did this, there was just something else. Are you getting me?
No.
And if he does it every day, tell him every day. Do you know why? The day you don't do it, that's the day he starts dying. So time will come, away,
which exactly is my point, okay? That there are some days it will go unhandled, not unnoticed. It will go unhandled. Like, for example, a good example yenye nimekupatia ni just our schedule today, okay? We have been so busy, and it's not a crime for you not to notice something maybe good I was dressed in. Maybe, it's not a crime for me to have not, tumepitana tu, we have been rushing and now we are here. But it is not a crime. That is exactly, hiyo ndo nataka hiyo part yenye uone that sometimes that thing can go unhandled because there is no trigger.
But do you know something? Yeah. If it continues unhandled for a long time, it becomes a habit.
Yes, and even the acts of love that men should be showing to women, if they continue being not shown, it dies.
Yes, I agree.
I
agree. But you see now, for example, you should keep it at the back of your mind. For example, I should keep at the back of my mind that I need to show you love at any time, all the time.
Number two love language is words of affirmation.
Words of affirmation.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm very keen on handling things that can be practiced this month. Mm-hmm. I just don't want to handle long-term things. Mm-hmm. Okay? That can be practiced this month. Mm-hmm. When was the last time you told that woman she's pretty? Mm-hmm. When was the last time she dressed up? And I can tell you now, and ladies on Sowa TV or on social media can back me up on this. Many a times, like say 99.9%, a married woman dresses up for the husband.
Really?
Yes. Take it or leave it. I know you want to argue. I know you want to.
Sela na chama odo mvanguo za banana.
Hata kama ameva night dress, anavaa
night dress nakubali. Chama akienda chama ndiko hapa wa mama pamoja.
Angalia.
Hiyo amedresa bwana wapi?
No, nakwambia we don't have to argue over it.
We're not arguing, we're reasoning.
The thing is this, 99.9% when a woman dresses up, she's worn high heels, she's worn a dress, she's gone to the salon, made her hair. She's doing it for the husband. Whether the husband is in America, or the husband is in Lokichogyo, or the husband is in Marsabit. So, if that person that she's doing it for notices, is done, she will be doing it every day now, so that you notice and keep what? Affirming it. What you told her, mpaka katoshea kwa box. Okay? You need to keep those words alive. And I say this is something men need to know. Anytime your wife is looking beautiful in any way, whether by makeup or whether by dressing or whether by making her hair, I can tell you without twisting my words, women are doing those things for you. So when you do not notice, it really becomes very hurting. Mm-hmm. It really becomes something that is not worth doing for most women. So affirm her. Tell her she's pretty. Tell her she's still the one you got her eyes on. Tell her, she's still the one you would choose. Okay? Affirm her. Affirm her that, this thing, I'm in it. Okay? I'm here to stay. I don't have plans of exit. Those are some of the things that keep the spirit of a woman intact when it comes to issues called marriage.
For men, it's taking care of them. If you take care of a man, then the man knows you love him. Women learn to take care of the man. Learn to take care, and this I'm talking on the context of marriage. Cook for him, serve him, put food on the table, wash his hands, iron his clothes, make sure his house looks nice, especially him as a person. Ladies, I repeat, never ever get to a place whereby your husband does these things for himself, especially those who don't know or don't like doing it. Men like being taken care of. They wake up in the morning, they know my breakfast is ready. And let me just make it more juicy. In your house, make sure there's a plate for your husband, a spoon for your husband, a cup for your husband, a space, even a sitting place for your husband. That does not mean he cannot sit anywhere, but it is known this is my husband's seat. Give him that place.
For the slay queens, those who think marriage is pizza. Those who think this thing called marriage atunanga kushikilia.
Hapo tuko page moja for today.
Na sasa hapa
kubali.
Utaningiza box. Women are not as complicated as men tend to think. A woman does not need a dry spell in anything. In words of affirmation, she doesn't need a dry spell. In acts of love, she doesn't need a dry spell. What do I mean by a dry spell? A dry spell is taking too long without showing that woman you love her. She will start complaining. She will murmur. But if it is something that is done every day or oftenly, she will learn to flow with it. It's not complicated to please a woman. Women need quality time. Time whereby there is no child, it's only the two of you. It can be a walk, it can be a stroll, it can be a coffee date, it can be a lunch date. That, like today, you know, you just tell her, I want to meet you out for lunch today. Maybe both of you are working at the CBD. And just, what's the occasion? Nothing. I just want to have lunch with you.
Men, number 3. What do you do and the men feel like you really, really love them? Is when you stand by their side. When you stand with that man. When the man is going through financial challenge, you're there. Health issues, you're there. Down moments, you're there. Challenges, you're there. Happy moments. When a woman is with the man, yani, is feeling supported, is feeling, he sees the wife there. There's nothing that makes a man proud like when the wife is not even behind his back, on his side. I am doing this, my wife is there. Yani, hands-on. I am going through this, my wife is there. Hands-on. You will find men who will feel like, I am doing this, but my wife is not supporting in support of it. I am planning this, and you'll find there are some women who also shoot down what the husbands are doing. Apparently, I think it's this way. That way, thing, you know. Anytime you interject, you are negative on what your husband is doing or trying to do, or you always think he's making a wrong move, or he can't handle that thing better, or you think he could have done it a better way, or you think that he could have listened to you, or gone with the idea that you gave, that one will put that thing off. Man will feel like, oh, man, I'm getting skizzy. Every man wants to feel that they're in control. They want to feel that they are leading. So men always want to know that ikitu tuko pamoja. Now, without you bringing upolisi or controller, finance controller, you want to dictate, you want to control, you want to manipulate, no, just follow, be with him. Give positive advice, positive input. For men, that is love.
Touch to a woman communicates a lot of love, a lot on affection, a lot on protection, a lot on possession. Okay? And women want to feel it, especially in public, whereby when you show it, it shows there's nothing you're hiding. Have you ever seen a scenario whereby, which happens a lot, like 60% of marriages it happens, whereby you find a couple, one is at the front, the other one is behind. Na mara mingi inakuanga mzee.
Ndako mbele.
Women wanakuanga mbele sa ile wamekasirika. Sasa ndio speed ina increasing. Mguu inafiatuka. Inakuwa ya David Rudisha. Inaenda ikiendanga. Anakupata home in 5 seconds. Sasa ile umekasirika. But when a man does not want association with the wife, is not proud of the wife, or does not anaficha kitu, no, maybe kuna mahali ayuko right, no, ama kuna mahali there's something fishy that man is doing. You'll always find he doesn't want the company of the wife, let alone even physical touch or physical affection, whereby ati sasa atembe kwa barabara ameshika the wife. So for women, the physical, the touch, okay, it is very affectionate. In all ways, it speaks love.
Wow. Men need to touch their wives.
Yeah, especially in public, it speaks volumes. It speaks ownership. It speaks pride. This is my woman.
I would like to know why men don't like it. I really want to know.
Why they don't like it is, one, kabisa what I feel, okay? When you do not want to associate with your wife in public, one, there is that aspect of pride. You're not proud of your choice. Or you're not proud of your wife. Okay. That one cannot be hidden. You're not proud of her. Number two, it says that you go down. You're not affectionate. Unaona? You're not romantic as a man. You're not romantic. How can you walk in front, even if she calls you, you can't hear, akishikuangeta huko nyuma na nikuagiza usiku. You are a very unromantic. You have a problem. You see? Number three, this one, I am not wrong. when a man does not want to associate with a woman in public, there could be someone else somewhere whom anaficha hataki aonekane ako karibu na bibi yake. So a man who shows public affection to the wife is a man who does not have anything to hide.
The fourth thing that makes men feel loved is when you have to, when you, for lack of a better word, is when you make love to them. When you sleep with your husband, when you have sex with your husband. You see, it makes the man feel, especially, and let me say this, I might not dwell there, but especially when the woman is in pursuit. You want your husband. You go after your husband. You corner him in the house. You know, you corner him somewhere. You those kind of gestures. Men might not like being ambushed in the public. As you're coming, you're running and you're hugging your husband. Way most, especially we African men, but you want to feel. Men like feeling that you're pursuing them. Mm-hmm. Men like feeling that you're pursuing them. Right. Men like feeling like you're part of him, you know. You're pursuing him in you want to make love to him. You want to be part of him. You need him. Men like feeling that they are wanted sexually. Mm-hmm. When you don't pursue men, what will happen? They will get to a point they will stop pursuing you. Mm-hmm. Especially if they keep on all the time, they're the ones coming. Bible says a woman's desire shall be for her husband. Mm-hmm. Where Yako that
Aki, I heard that scripture.
When a woman wakes up, her desire should be my husband. What she wants is from my husband.
That scripture was not fair.
A woman's desire shall be for her husband. Yani wewe ukikatu hivi kiwafikia ni bwana tu. Ukilala ni bwana.
Kwani una kazi nyingine? Maisha ni mwanaume.
Mungu ni mwema. Hapo Mungu ni mwema. Mungu ajua wanaume hapa ataumia. Mungu ni mwema. Your desire shall be for the husband. So every man, wants to feel they are wanted. Mm-hmm. That's why God was happy with Leah. Because Leah went and the son got some mandrakes, you know. He told Jacob, today you're not going to Rachel, you're coming to me. Today is my turn. And Jacob said, okay. And Jacob branched and went into a room, into a tent. So most men, I'll be very honest, most men are put off if they're the ones who are always pursuing. Matter of fact, lions don't pursue lionesses. It is lionesses that pursue lions. Okay. So men like being pursued sexually and being satisfied sexually. It makes them feel loved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hapo somehow I will speak for women in another
way. See, all the
way.
ladies are quiet.
I'll speak for women in another way. For a woman to really be in pursuit, because I don't think there's any woman that married their husband without being attracted to that man sexually. Mm-hmm. Okay? For a woman to really pursue their husband sexually, there has to be that sexual connection. What do I mean? The woman must feel that my husband is I'm the only being in his gideri. In other words, atuko wengi kwa hiyo sector. Are you getting me?
Yes.
So once the woman is feeling that my husband is cheating, my husband is having, and it's something that she has battled with in marriage, that part dies permanently for her. So the husband will always be pursuing. You know that the thought will be, sasa umenikujia kwa sababu huyo mwingine mmekosana. You know, hama umenikujia kwa sababu kwingine hakuna mtu. Are you getting? And then that thing kills the pursuit in the woman. Any woman that is 100% sure of the loyalty and faithfulness, sexual faithfulness of the husband, that woman will pursue. Na kama hapasu, akona shida. Because atakuja pia she has sexual needs. Every human being has. Okay? So those her needs. And then probably the husband has been busy or being disturbed here and there by issues and all that. So what will happen is she will be like, Allah, 5 days are going. We have not done this thing. What is all that? That's pursuit. Okay? And then probably she'll be seductive in the house one way or the other or in the room. But a woman who is completely off sexually, there is a turn-off of unfaithfulness. And that one kills a woman for years.
But there are even those who are not even in that way. But they're natural.
That's what I'm saying.
And romantic.
Yeah, and that one now takes me to my point number 2, that women with these things called contraceptives, it kills the urge for sex. Number 3, giving birth and the confusion of childbearing also takes the woman off balance. But that is not an excuse.
Thank you.
It is not an excuse at all for them not to guard that sector. But again also, you cannot comfortably sleep with a man that you know you are almost 10 in the list. Or you are fighting over women. That thing will die. So faithfulness and loyalty, can it be upheld in marriages?
Ma'am.
So that hiyo njia hata kikuja kusemwa kwa papa ama kwa mam, enyewe atakuwa cornered.
Pamoja na kuna hao, but there are those who are suffering genuinely. I'm not talking about there's an issue. There are women who naturally and don't know, ignorantly, don't pursue their husband sexually. Yeah, ataka yuko skeza atataka na atakuja. Leave alone those issues. There are those who naturally and ignorantly don't even want their, as in, it is not in their mind to get their husband.
One of the things that I've always told you, and I'll repeat here, I've always spoken about it over, I'm not justifying that fact being right. Get me right, eh? But one of the things that men need to understand in capital letters, sex to a woman is not a need. Sex to a man is a need.
So women should understand that.
Women can do without sex. Men cannot do without sex. So when it comes to the pursuit, it should be conscious for the woman that she should do it.
Let me say this.
Umenishika hadi hapo kwanza.
Let me say this.
Kwanza umenishika?
Let me say this. I disagree a bit. The thing is this. Sometimes if we put it that way, we spoil. You see.
But that's the reality.
No, if you say that for women is not a need, fine. What about those strange women? All they want is to sleep with that man.
Those ones
you see now what should happen. It should be purposeful.
That's what I've said.
You should pursue your husband. There are women today, there are women who are married. I will tell the truth. They will tell you, yeah, it's not 3 months. And I'm okay. It should not be okay. Your husband came and he sleep with you. It should bother you to ask him, sir, you have not even touched me for the 3 weeks. What's happening?
But for a woman, sex is not a need. Like the way you can say, si lazima nioge, naeza oga after 2 days. Unaona? Men can equally say that. It's not a must I shower, because when the weather is in July, June hapo. Wanasema nitaoga after 2 days. So that's the thing that men should catch. But that does not give women the leeway to do what? To become careless in that area.
What I want to bring,
kwanza nishike.
Yes, nimeshika. What I want to bring on point is this. For men, one thing every wife should know for men is that men want to be pursued sexually. Whether you are an emotional being, sexual being, or you are a maze being, you need to do what? To pursue it. Because this is what will happen. The man will come, pursue you, follow you. Eventually, that thing begins to die. Because when you follow the man, now that's where now you find some marriages or some women become manipulative. They know my husband will come, he'll want sex, atajua jui. Hapo nitamshikia hapo. Hii kitu nataka kunipata atafanyia. Hii kitu nitakusema atasikiza. Now that will become manipulative. But in the real sense, a woman should pursue her husband sexually. It is biblical. It is the way it's supposed to be. That's why you find many men do it outside. Because as much as these girls will pursue the man and sleep with that man and still get money from them, men are beings that wants to feel dominant. So when you pursue them, it's like you bring them into their territory. When you don't, you make them leave their territory. So in marriage, men love being pursued. If you pursue a man in marriage, then that's it. Men, one sign that you love them is when you pursue them sexually and satisfy them sexually. That's my take.
So number 5, need. Love language. Love language for women, especially during this month of love, is women love gifts. So I'm tetearing every woman. One of the love language is receiving gifts. Okay, women are childlike built inside. When you bring a child a gift, there's a certain an awakening you awaken in them. Okay, when you bring a toy, when you bring it's a child's birthday, you bring the cake. The child has done well in school. You want to reward them with a certain gift or something, just to appreciate them. That's how also women are. Okay, gifts speak volume. Gifts speak that you still value us. Gifts speak that you remember important dates. Gifts speak that you have set aside or sacrificed your money to be able to just give me this thing that is mine, not ours. There are men who will give very funny reasons in meleta nyama. Kwani hiyo nyama, those reasons that is everything that you hata hiyo nyama utakula is not reason enough. So this Valentine's, why don't you surprise your wife with a gift? Why don't you surprise her with a vacation? Why don't you surprise her with just do something special for her that will be something that she will remember for, that you've done for her in this month of love. Yeah. So number 5 love language for women is we love receiving gifts. Often as possible, during birthdays, during Valentine's. There are some women, it is so sad that they just see others being celebrated with helicopter. Yet them, they can't even be celebrated with anything. Okay? It doesn't mean that woman has just has acquired anything bigger to be able to be surprised with a helicopter or to be taken for higher places for dinner. It only means that man has stepped up in his place as a man to please his woman more than you, man, who is watching me right now. So I'm challenging you this Valentine's. Do something for that woman. Make her feel special. Just give her something that will be personal for her. Something that she will remember that came maybe for the first time, or maybe this guy notices our Valentine's. He notices, our birthdays, our anniversaries. He still keeps them in memory. And any other time in the course of the year, gifts work it out for us.
Number 5, for men, I'll just touch it on nutshell. For ladies, what makes men feel that you love them is when you give them priorities. Where the man needs to dominate, let him dominate. Never ever step on your husband's ego. Never correct him in public. Never argue with him in public. Never shoot down his strength. Never. When a man feels that he fears to go somewhere with the wife, because I know the wife talks too much. So this thing I'm going to say, my wife will shoot it down. You don't disagree with your husband in public. When you give man that space to be a man, like you'll hear a statement like, my wife, what do you have to say? After your husband has spoken, then you hear, my husband has said it all. And what else can I add? It makes the man feel, this woman loves me. When a woman allows the man to take the center stage, he might be talking things I don't agree with. He might not be talking exactly what you wanted him to say. Probably you feel you could have said it better. But the moment your husband is on stage, you don't run him down. Never ever sit on his ego, step on his esteem, especially in the public. Matter of fact, men feel nice when you applaud them in the public. Now, wow, and my husband is here. It's a good man I've ever met, and a man full of wisdom. When you talk well about him, he feels wow. So it will always make a man feel is in control and is loved. This woman appreciates my position as a man, and then the man will really love it. So women, when your husband is somewhere, don't go to a meeting and your husband is talking and then you argue with him publicly. Maybe in a family meeting, maybe among his friends, you want to shoot his whatever he's saying down, say apana. So like one time we went somewhere and we were meeting this couple, And the man could say something. Officer, no, it's not true. It was, you shoot the man down, even if he was trying to say something just to pump up, kujazilia. You have killed him. You have made him look like. So what is that? So it is very, very important for men. Very key. Let them have the center stage at all times. So we believe you've been blessed. We believe that you had a wonderful time. We believe that this program has been a blessing to you and your family. Every Tuesday we sit on this call. We call it Terrific Tuesday. We sit on this call to discuss this thing called
marriage.
We believe that marriage is good.
Marriage works.
If only.
If only work it.
God bless you. Thank you for watching Sowa TV. Keep watching Sowa TV.
Touching lives with the power of love.
God bless you. Shalom for now.